Well, hey, this is Eric with Gun Owners of America, and I am here with Congressman Chip Roy. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us.
Pleasure.
I know our members are extremely familiar with you and your work. I mean, I personally saw you taking on Jerry Nadler and debating him a couple years ago. And I'll be honest, I mean, you hit him with some things I said, boy, I wished I'd thought of that. So you did a fantastic job, especially for somebody who's got to be so well-versed on so many issues. Great job debating him. You've co-sponsored really important legislation, Second Amendment legislation. You also sit on some key committees. And that really means that, at least for Second Amendment issues, I mean, you've got your thumb on the pulse, right, for what's going on. So I know our members would like to know, what do you think? You know, there's two important bills we're watching, Hearing Protection Act to pull suppressors out of the NFA, and also the Short Act to pull short-barreled firearms out. What are our chances of getting that this year?
Well, so we're working on it hard. My good friend Andrew Clyde, who of course is a friend to gun owners and to people who are enthusiasts of the Second Amendment across the country. Andrew and I are working hand in hand, trying to get this done. We're working right now on the reconciliation package because there's tax implications, as you know. And so we're trying to use that to be able to move that through. I think we're making real progress on suppressors. Still a little work to be done on short barrels, but we're making progress. And so, you know, anybody out there, just make sure you engage, make sure your members of Congress know how important this is. You know, and there's other issues we're still working on as well. You know, there's the any other weapons language that I'm trying to work on to get that cleaned up, and other things that I know we need to do. We've got a president now and an ATF and an FBI who are not hostile to our Second Amendment rights. So we need to use this moment in time in Congress to reinforce that, solidify and codify the good stuff they'll be doing. But in particular, I think we can make some progress here. It's critically important, as all of the great supporters of GOA knows.
You know, I think in years past, Second Amendment supporters have been very frustrated with kind of the gridlock on getting good pro-gun legislation passed. I mean, what would you say to encourage them? Why should you keep fighting? Why is this time different?
Well, look, I mean, one of the things we all recognize, like right now we're trying to use reconciliation. Why? Because that's a 51 vote threshold in the Senate. As long as
that's really important.
It's really
you
important.
Avoid the filibuster.
Right.
Yes.
Right now we have a 60 vote threshold for virtually all legislation in the Senate. We can debate that on another day, another podcast, another discussion. But, you know, if we've got that limit, then we've got to use reconciliation to try to move it through. So keep the faith, keep working. We're going to try to move this stuff forward. There's a lot of support for the Second Amendment. Got to keep building it. And I'll just say this. When you're getting frustrated with lack of action in D.C., remember the gains we've had. Remember we've got a president that supports the Second Amendment. And importantly, make sure that we're training the next generation. Yeah. We need another generation of Second Amendment supporters to know how important it is to defend our Second Amendment rights. So don't lose heart, but we're moving the needle. There's a lot of great action going up here. And like I said, we might be able to see some movement here with suppressors in the reconciliation package.
So just in closing, I mean, there's going to be thousands and thousands of GOA members and activists watching this. What would be your message to them? How would you encourage them to really get this on the forefront of the minds of other members of Congress?
Well, one, engage with your members of Congress. Make sure they know how important it is, and particularly your senators. Often you forget your senators. You think they're too far removed or hard to reach. No, they're not. Reach out at their office. Those senators matter. They've got really important votes. So make sure they're all aware. Push that. But then secondly, be vigilant in your constant conversations. Focus on your state legislatures as well. There's always a lot of activity there. And make sure you're continuing to be good representatives of gun owners, right? Be smart, be law-abiding, focus on what the right way to use and operate weapons, educating the next generation. We win when we win minds and hearts. I think this is like a lot of other issues. You got to win minds and hearts that this is the right way to do things, to keep a free and secure society that is secure from tyranny, secure from criminals, but is also able to carry out their rights to be able to go hunt and defend their families and so forth. So keep doing that. Make sure your legislators know how important it is and why, and hopefully we can make some progress.
So you heard it here. The Congressman just gave you a long game plan, but also a short-term plan, and that would be contact your representatives, your senators, 202-225-3121. It's really important to contact them. Congressman, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really appreciate what you're doing.
Thanks for what y'all do.